underappreciated is demographic challenges, right? And these come from both sides. So one hand, you have demographic challenges from um, demographic challenges from a end user perspective, right? So you have millennials, Generation Z folks coming into the workforce, and they have expectations, like they're digital natives. They have expectations on how the applications that they use at home and at work, how they should function, right? So they know how they want things to be mobile friendly. They want things to have a modern look and feel. The lines between work and home are blurring because of work from home, hybrid working, and so on. So even the expectations of how critical applications should function, they are evolving very rapidly. So if you have an application that does not, especially with a customer facing application, that does not keep up with the changing expectations due to the demographic changes, there is a real need for application modernization. And this is where user experience design and user interface design become really, really important. A millennial or a Generation Z customer journey through an application is very different, or they have different expectations to previous uh, uh, previous generations of users. So that is something that can often drive or be a catalyst for a need for application modernization. And then similarly, the other demographic challenges on the is on the talent side, right? You have people who have been working. Your application might be built on very performant frameworks, but which are no longer that popular. So it is very difficult to find staff who are willing to work on these legacy frameworks. And you also have a whole wave of early Generation X and I guess even the baby boomer generation who are now retired or coming close to retirement age. So suddenly you have a situation where you have an application and you only have a handful of very expensive resources who can continue to maintain and support that application. And that often is another demographic driver for change. You can't find the talent to support it. Now, it's often difficult. I mean, one way of working around it was for companies to work with offshore providers who will train up people in COBOL or Adabas or Natural or uh, Delphi or whatever language that it is. But now, even in countries like India, as we all know, people are aspirational. It'll be very hard to find a graduate engineer who will be willing to be working in a so-called dead-end language, right? So that is another demographic challenge. So those are the two dimensions. I know it's a lot of talking, but I think that's sort of two often groupings of challenges that fall within this application modernization ask or project work.